What is the most important problem this century? When Hannah Ritchie names increased the agricultural production one of the most important problems this century, you listen carefully. This problem and its solution wouldn't just reduce poverty by millions, but it also spare the world a loss of the natural world with the size of India and Germany combined. Twice. There's two things that make up the agricultural productivity: land productivity and labor productivity. This graph, I thought, helped to get a clear picture of land productivity. It makes no sense at first, I know, but if we focus here on sub-Saharan Africa, we see that the crop yield, the tons of crop per hectare, has increased from 1.1 ton per hectare to 1.5 tons per hectare since 1980. But the land use on the x-axis more than doubled. This led to an impressive threefold increase of food production in 40 years. That's the entire rectangle. This increase in food production came with a cost, though. The African continent increased its food production by using more land, and our precious wildlife suffered due to loss of natural habitat. Compare this to South Asia. You see that the land use didn't change at all since 1980, even though the crop yield increased by 133%, proving that food production can increase without more land use. Labor productivity, on the other hand, would lift millions of people out of poverty by producing more food per worked hour. As we learned in the last week's video, the African population will grow by about 1.3 billion people in the years to come, and by the about 2.5 billion people on the continent by 2050, estimates say that 800 million people will remain below the international poverty line. Increased labor productivity would mitigate this problem. A few weeks ago, me and my family visited a co-slip, a cow release. No, well, we visited a farm with cows. This farmer owned about 400 of them. The farmer could, in detail, see the acidity, the volume, the fat percentage of any separate batch of milk from any separate dairy cow through an automatic milking system connected to his iPhone. One thing is certain, this farmer didn't go hungry. This was large-scale business. His revenue was probably higher than most business owners in my town. No data on that, just a feeling. The coffee was good. They offered it for free. 84% of the world's 570 million farms are not like that. Many of these produce very little food, earn even less, and paradoxically, they go hungry and they remain under the extreme poverty line. Smaller farmers tend to be more labor intensive. They have a low labor productivity. Quoting Hannah Ritchie word for word, increasing the productivity of smallholder farmers is a crucial step in countries transitioning from poverty to middle incomes. The aim would be to move these low labor productive farms to the automatic milking system world so that they can grab a cup of coffee with their visitors for an uninterrupted hour or two, all the while making money and supplying large areas of Sweden or the country with dairy products, all the while letting the natural habitats of the world remain wild with this high land productivity. That is one of the most important problems this century. And that was all for today. Thank you, Hannah Ritchie, for sharing your work for free. Any misconceptions are attributed to me, needless to say. Thank you for watching.